What's up, y'all? We back at it with another chapter of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, chapter 22. And this is one of those chapters that got you wanting the anime to return as soon as possible. I gotta see this shit animated. I gotta see it. But of course, you know, your boy's at work today, but I will get this video to you. I will have images throughout the video. Maybe not a lot, but I'm gonna try to edit this to the best that I can. It just all depends how many people walking back and forth past my desk at work. But hopefully you guys respect the grind, and if you do, go ahead and thumb it up and subscribe. Greatly appreciated. But enough of that. We got to get to this chapter right here. Hey yo, the name of the chapter is Jura, and I imagine while Kishimoto is in the office and they ask him like, yo, what should we name this chapter? And he's like, Jura. And everyone's looking at him like, that's it? I mean, like, that's kind of vague. Like, I don't think people are going to go for it. And then I imagine Kishimoto being like, just read the chapter. Then all the people in the office, all the execs and higher ups, they read it and then they come back, Jura it is. Like, I just imagine that's how that shit went down when Kishimoto labeled this this chapter title. Like, I just imagine it. Let me know if y'all agree with me, if y'all think it went down that way. But also, Jura's just that guy. He is really just that guy. The stuff he do in this chapter, we about to talk about it. Forget all that. We about to talk about it. But first, we gotta talk about this color page. Now, part of me is like, yo, this shit badass, man. This might be one of my favorite color pages that we've gotten for Boruto since the time skip. And then there's another part of me that's just like, hey man, if you don't button your goddamn shirt up, man, like what you doing, man? I don't want to see your taco meat, man. Button that shit up. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just the hate in me. We all got a little bit of hate. So I don't know which side I'm going with. You guys can let me know. Do y'all rock with the color page or y'all kind of like, button that shirt up? Let me know, because he just got that look like, I'm here. Take me. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what was he trying to do? But let's get to the chapter, man. I'm goofing off right now, man. Hey, look, it's a good day at work, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody showed up. It's an easy day. But the chapter starts off where you got the bud of, Ryu floating in the air. And they're like, yo, I'm going to grab the bud. You got them take care of the other Grimes. And we're going to be on our day, you know what I'm saying? And it looks as if your girl really is dead, because she's the only one they ain't really show her face. They just showed her hunched over. So it looks like y'all dude is actually gone. But anyway, right when they're about to do that, you have it where Jura comes out of one of the claw grounds. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I was anybody in that battlefield, Mitsuki, Araya, that's one of those moments where I would have saw that go down and be like, hey, look, man, we need to run. We got to get the hell out of Dodge. Hey, look, somebody throw some sand on top of me. Something like, yo, can't you use sand techniques? I would have did anything I could to get away from that area. But you got it where Jura just comes out of the claw ground and he's just like floating in the air, looking in the area. And he doesn't even acknowledge Mitsuki or Araya. He doesn't even acknowledge them. But he does glance over at Sarada. And I'm curious to, like I said in my spoiler video, I'm very curious, did he consider her a threat? Because he takes right off. He doesn't even try to engage. Is it one of those situations where would her new technique actually be able to hurt him? Because I feel like if she was a true threat, regardless of what was going on and how much he wants to capture Boruto or take Boruto out, he would have eliminated her too if he truly seen her as a threat. So maybe he has a way around her technique, or maybe he was just staring at her because he was just impressed that she was able to take down a Senju on her own. I'm really curious. Maybe we'll get some more thoughts, some more panels about that situation in the future of the series. Well, anyway, you got it where he doesn't even pay attention to the bud of Ryu. He just takes off in another direction. It jumps to Konohamaru and Boruto, and you see that your boy Boruto turned Matsuri into like Frieza. Like, that's exactly what I think of when I just see how many pieces just laying there on the ground. All he needs to do is just shoot a key blast out his hand to take off the remains, and it would have been just like the Trunks, the Trunks battle. But anyway, you got it where Konohamaru was like, yo, you took the divine tree down instantly. And then Boruto gives Konohamaru his props. And for us Konohamaru haters, I'm one of them, he kind of put us in our place. He was like, yo, I was only able to take her down so easily is because she was in a weakened state. Had she not been in her weakened state, that would have been a very difficult thing to do, meaning that the attack that Konohamaru did, the double Rasengan, it did some damage on her. It did some damage, enough where Boruto was able to one-shot her, you know. Well, anyway, while that's going on, you see a blast come out of nowhere, hit the sand, and you got it where Konohamaru was like, yo, what is that? And then Boruto says like, yo, that was you know, a Biju bomb, a sniper shot. Your boy Jura shot at us and he missed. So this dude was already plotting from long distance. He was like, yo, I'm not even going to try to get close. I'm going to snipe him from right here. He just happened to miss. And I wonder why he missed. I'm very curious. And here's my thought process on one of the reasons that he could have missed. Because he himself, he seems like he's shocked. He was like, yo, I missed. It missed. What a pity. I'm thinking maybe like some of the effects of the gravity is still somewhat warped in the area that Sarada is at. Even though she's unconscious and the orbs have disappeared, the gravity still hasn't got 100% back to its normal state, and it could have threw off his aim a little bit. Now, that's just speculations. I could be wrong, but that's what it seemed like happened. But anyway, you got it where Boruto is telling Konohamaru like, yo, you need to get out of here. You know, he's coming. Take the bud, escape, get the others, and all of y'all get away. So you got it where, as he says that, your boy Jura's not playing. This dude shoots. First of all, he's flying like a bat out of hell. You know what I'm saying? He looks like Neo from the Matrix. And you got it where he shoots another blast, but it looks different. It's not a sniper shot. It's a big black orb surrounded by, you know what I'm saying, like energy. So it is just a pure, you know what I'm saying, tail beast bomb without it being in a sniper mode. So he shoots that blast in the direction. The destruction is huge, but you have it where Boruto and Konohamaru managed to avoid it, and I'm imagining Boruto used the fourth technique to do it. But then he just throws Konohamaru in the opposite direction, and the way he threw Konohamaru, I don't know, like, if I was Konohamaru in that situation, part of me would be relieved because I don't gotta fight the monster that just did that attack. But then I feel like deep down, a part of me would have felt disrespected at the way he threw me away, like I was a damsel in distress or something. I would have been, I don't know how I would have been like, you bitch. I would have said something like that. I would have had to feel like I got the upper hand. I would have had to say something disrespectful because he just tosses him like he's nothing. He doesn't even make eye contact. He looks straight at Jura as he's throwing Konohamaru away. So like, I feel like if I was Konohamaru in that moment, I would have been a little upset. But Konohamaru finally understood the assignment. As soon as he lands on the ground, he lands like a cat. He starts running off with the bud. Jura doesn't even try to go after him. He does look in Konohamaru's direction, and I'm curious if he was going to attack him, and he just didn't have the opportunity because right in that moment, Boruto pops up behind him and hits him with a Rasengan in the back. It sends Jura flying away, but as Jura's flying away, he still manages to shoot off another blast from his eye. Like, yo, the dude is just crazy. The dude is like Cyclops at this point. But anyway, he shoots the blast. Boruto manages to dodge it again with the fourth ability, and he pops up on the ground, and he's drawing his sword. I'm not gonna lie, that shit look cold. But you got it where Jura managed to block it or tank the slice a little bit, and that's the sneak peek page that we had. You got it where they're both laying on the ground. And you got Jura even praising your boy Boruto, saying like, yo, the flying Raijin, oh, okay, that's an impressive technique, you know, like, yo, especially considering you're fighting someone as strong as me, like, yo, you really are a strong opponent. It got my heart dancing. And with him saying his heart is dancing with joy, it really made me think of Madara. Maybe it's just me, but I got that vibe. And while all that's going on, you got it with Ada. She's watching the battle going on, and she's telling Koji like, yo, Boruto is holding his own. He's doing quite nice, to be honest. Are you sure he doesn't stand a chance? And even myself, you know, had I not seen the spoilers, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, yo, Boruto's just that guy. It wasn't just a fluke when he stepped on Cold Face. He's really him. But of course, you got it what Koji says, like, yo, that's right. There's no way he can win. Like, yo, not in the current circumstance of events. There's no way Boruto could win. Meaning he's seen this before, and in this situation, Boruto dies. And then you got it where Ada says, well, he's in quite the pinch. That's crazy. I haven't heard that in a long time. Quite the pinch. I'm sorry. I went on a little rant right there. But you got it where she says that and says like, yo, well, he needs to teleport away. And you got it where Koji says he can't, man. And pretty much, you know, teleporting far away is something that's very difficult. And Jura's not going to give him the time to do that. He has to focus on it, and when facing a strong opponent, it's not likely that will happen. He says like, yo, now close teleportation, that'll be easy for him, as we've seen him do throughout this battle with Jura. He's able to do that very easily, but he's distracted. Not only that, Boruto feels like, yo, if he leaves, he will put the others in danger. He feels like if he teleports and leaves, Jura will say to himself like, I need to go get the buds from these guys, and he will probably wipe them out, wipe out Boruto friends in the process of obtaining Matsuri and Ryu's buds. But anyway, you got it, like what Koji says, Boruto's done for without a doubt. And with him saying that, I'm thinking to myself like, so every future you've seen of this situation, Boruto died. There wasn't like one chance that Boruto could have survived, and if so, like, why didn't he let us? Why isn't he letting it be known? But that's neither here or there. You got it where your boy Jura says like, yo, I believe you already know, but I'm here to kill you. And before I do that, like, I want to know why you know so much information about us. Why you know about the throne, the buds, for whatever reason. It seems as if you know about us divine trees, and we were just born not too long ago. So I imagine you got an accomplice. So who is the source? Who is aiding you? You don't intend to answer. Very well, I'm going to kill you anyway, regardless. And then Boruto's thinking to himself like, yo, I just hit this man with a Rasengan, but I can't read him at all. I guess, I have to take him down. I have to use, the Hiko ability. And yes, I know the whole name is longer, but hey, look, man, I ain't got much time. I'm on my break. But you got it where Jura says like, yo, well, Boruto, my next question out of pure curiosity is, what is love? My current option is that it's a concept that can be a fatal weakness for humans and a flaw. He's like, yo, the effects are affected on highly intelligent beings, such as yourself. Take you, for example. You're only here out of love, the love you have for your friends, and because of that, you came here to your death, and I'm going to see that happens. You got it where Jura goes to attack Boruto by using the sand or using wood out of the ground, and you have it where Boruto jumps in the air, he dodges and avoids it, and he thinks to himself like, yo, the only way to hit this guy is to hit him with the Hiko, and in order to do that, I have to be touching the surface. So Boruto shows how intelligent and how smart he is, because he makes it seem as if his blade was hit out of his hand in the direction towards Jura, and he falls to the ground. He ends up getting captured. Now, to people who don't quite notice that Kishimoto be cooking on the low, and sometimes you got to dig deep to see what he's cooking. Boruto did that intentionally. He allowed himself to be captured, and he also threw his katana. I'm about to call it a dagger, but he threw his katana in the direction of Jura. Then he goes to say to him like, yo, hey man, that's a precious object that I borrowed from my master. If you do anything to it, you'll face a fate worse than death. And so Jura, being the cocky, arrogant guy that he is, and a newborn, not a skilled shinobi as far as like, versed in the world of battles, he picks up the sword and says, so yet again, you come to suffer thanks to love. My bad, yo. It caught me off guard. And he goes to hold the dagger, and he's looking at the dagger as he holds it, and he says like, yo, well, I tell you what, tell me who your accomplice is, and I'll keep this blade in its original form. Otherwise, I'm going to break it. But I still plan on killing you afterwards. That's going to happen regardless. But if you tell me, I will keep this sword intact. That's some crazy stuff. And then you got it where Boruto goes to say, you might be right about love being a flaw and a weakness to us humans, and this is my opinion. Next thing you know, you got it where Boruto unleashes the Hiko. You got it, powering up and surging around him. The shit looked dope as hell. Like I said, I really want to see this animated. He says, like, oh, that's precisely why you will never be more than just trees. And then Boruto charges it up. He teleports to where the sword is, which happens to be in Jura's hand, which makes Jura pop up behind him, and he hits him with the Hiko Rasengan, and it sends your boy Jura flying a little bit, and Jura is hurting, and he looked like he's in pure pain, yo. And then you got Boruto saying like, yo, the world seems to be spinning, right? Your equilibrium is a muck. It's like, I doubt you even be able to fly anymore. You see Jura is actually on the ground, and he's in pain, and he's thinking to himself like, yo, this power. Now, I'm curious what else he's thinking about that, because he seems deep in thought. He looks at Boruto, he looks a little irritated, And next thing you know, he does something to make the Hiko disappear. And he says it follows the principles similar to my Biju bombs. He's like, hence, I was able to nullify it. Now, I want him to go into more detail about how he was able to do it. And of course, you got it where Boruto says, damn it, it didn't work on him. And that's how the chapter ends. So I seen in the comments, somebody said, you know, the Biju bombs take positive and negative energy. And you know what I'm saying, whichever one Boruto Rasengan happened to be, your boy Jura just happens to use the opposite to help it, you know, cancel itself out. So I'm curious if that's the case, or if it's more so like, did he just reverse the rotation within his body with his own chakra, or beast bombs, should I say? It's that possible? Like, there's so many questions I got when it comes to that. But all in all, man, your boy Boruto did the damn thing. Jura did the damn thing. They both were impressive. Hey man, I'm gonna give Konohamaru his props too, man. The way he landed and ran off with the bud, he did his damn thing too. Miski, Araya, I don't think they did the damn thing, but they did the smartest thing. So kudos to them. Kudos to them. But yeah, this was a great chapter, man. It just sucks that we gotta wait a whole nother month before we could get the next chapter. But hopefully you guys liked this video, and if you did, thumb it up, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.